I've got no volume for some reason. Hold on. Sorry. I've got absolutely no volume. Sorry about this. Okay, there we go. Right, so welcome to CTCR Season 3, Tier 2, the Imola Grand Prix. Spring weekend today, so another variable into a very, difficult track. It's a very tight, proper old-fashioned circuit, so it's going to be very tight. Hold on, I'm just going to get the spectator menu properly. As two Magnus warming up his tires a very interesting way. He's going to go for an onboard. First now to take a lap here. He's going to the pits actually, never mind that. Who's next one coming now? I believe it's the Haas of King Bartonas. He's going to be the first star lap. So now he's probably didn't get his tires formed up to the way he wanted them. Well, King Bartonas, hopefully he'll be starting on his lap. And he will be, so this will be the first lap of the qualifying session. Or this sets the grid for the sprint, not the official grid. As he looks pretty clear for the moment, fortunately, as he goes into Cambrello chicane. It's a very nice on the throttle. Come down into the Villeneuve chicane. Two chicanes back to back. Hits the apex, really nice, keeps it within track limits. Coming up to Toza, a bit deep, but manages to correct it well. Two Magnuses retiring into the pits. Also, he had a qualifying ban. Coming up to Piratana, very easy to go wide and invalidate a lap, but King Bartonas keeps it within the limits. Now Aqua Mineral, it's very hard to get this right, but he's able to keep it within track limits, and now should hopefully get a valid lap time in. There's a yellow flag towards the end to start the lap. Takes the front of the chicane decently, and he's coming down now to Ravazza, I believe the last two corners are called. Needs to get some nice apex. Nice takes it to Ravazza 1. Can he get to Ravazza 2? Very nice. Keep it off the gravel. Foot to the floor. There's DRS. Give it tight to a wall. And what time is he going to set? A 1:18.4. Next up is Energy Mother on a... Hold on. Energy Mother is on a lap. Coming up to the end of his lap down to Ravazza. A lot of people on their laps at the moment. Being God and Mr. McCann only was not. Jackie Gabbana 18.8. Working Energy Motor for his car. He'll set a 19.8. Fastest lap sector though. I can move it up to start his lap. Gaffles next to set his lap. Coming on to the Ravazza. A very nice Ravazza 1. Very tight Ravazza 2. Took the curve a bit too much, I believe. Gonna keep it tight to the wall, and what's going to set a 17.3. That is going to be difficult to beat. Next up is Joanne. I got that wrong. 17.7 thousandths between them. What a lap! And Shano 17.0. Laps are being set really quick now. Light Nuke's now the only one on an active push lap at the moment. I believe. Ningard just starting his lap, so we're going to stick on with Lightning Luke at 25.7 in the first sector. A very tight run through Piratella coming out to Aqua Minerali. Where is he going to hit his break point? Applies the throttle very tentatively as he comes up to the chicanes. Very tight chicane, very difficult one to get right, but he keeps us in limits. A purple middle sector. now comes down to just the two Ravatas. Goes on the grass briefly, goes Lightning Luke. Now just the Ravatas is going to keep... Oh, he goes very wide into the gravel, keeps the lap though. He should finish this lap anyway. And he will. And that's 18.7, so Big Git now coming to set his lap. Mr. Cat still has not come out. I think he's coming out there actually now, as I say that he's backed off his lap, Big Git. He's looking to set up for a second push lap potentially. So let's stick on board with him, see if he goes go for a second push lap. He does have the battery charged up very nicely. And yeah, it looks like he's going to go for a second push lap. We're going to stick on board with him, 28.3, but that's not his true pace. He now sets his proper lap. And let's see the first turn in Tamburello as someone's gone off. I believe that's Lightning Luke. Yeah, I think he's had a spin off Aquaman on his in lap. The Big Git now through Tamburello, and that's a very interesting way to get off. I think that's being God. He's a 10th off on his first sector. First sector was sent generally apparently he's purple there. Be a good lap from Big Git as long as he doesn't invalidate it or back out of it. His battery though under 20% now. He's going to be derailing by the end of this lap, I believe. Derailing at the moment. Unfortunately, we're going to go for an off-board shot to finish this lap. 7 seconds off on his lap. This could be a very decent... Oh, he's invalidated. Unfortunate for Big Git. It was looking like a really nice lap, and he's going to be coming into the pits now. As Mr. McCann is on a flying lap now himself. He's going to hope not to catch up to the traffic up ahead. What's he going to set for the first sector? A 35.2. This could be a decent lap. There's a few yellow flags around the place, as I think Jackie Gabbana getting out the way of Gaffo, both on outlap. So I think Jackie Gabbana wants to take more time on his outlap, but he could have to get out of the way of Mr. McCann. So he goes through Acamina Raleigh. No yellow flag out for some reason. A purple middle sector where sometimes this glitches, so that might not be true. But it looks like Mr. McCann should be good with traffic here. Comes into the Ravaxas. He brakes very early. It's a bit wide, but he's going to now try and pump the walls. DRS activated. What's he going to set? 19.1. I believe it's King Barcos. He's slightly up on his time. Only 200 up on his time though. Comes to the end of his second push lap. Where did he put this? He's a second down from third. Oh, he loses the rear off the Ravata. That's going to cost him some time. But yeah, he comes into the pit. Yeah, I was having some volume issue, so I had to mess with the volume. Sorry about that. I forgot to change it. But yeah, I had to mess with the volume for a bit. Sorry about that. Because I was getting no volume at the start for some reason. He's gone into the pits. Anyone else on a... Just Jack Gabbana. No, he looks to have backed out. Now Imola, he is 7/10 up on his time. He could be looking to go off the leaderboard. He's taking them very wide, the Ravaxas. He's coming to the line now. What he's going to set for himself. He improves only slightly. Had a very poor last sector. And lap. Another lap, I believe. Done 2 laps on those softs. Jack Gabbana on a push lap himself. Actually, I think Gaff was on a lap. Yeah, Gaff was on a lap. He's P2 at the moment. He's got 3 tenths to challenge Shane. Yellow flag sector 1. That's, I'm gonna say, is getting out of the way. The McLaren of Ryan and Pitty is off. Gaffo is a tip and a half down in the first sector. He can still improve this lap. He's only 7 thousandths ahead of the Alpine. He keeps that lap. Goes onto the grass, come down to Acqua Minerale. It's a very tight line off Acqua Minerale. He's low on fuel. Oh, he's invalidated. So easy invalidated on Acqua Minerale. Jackie Gabbana now. Coming to Acqua Minerale. He takes a very, so it's a very difficult corner. One of the most difficult corners on the calendar, I believe. So easy to get it wrong. Jackie Gabbana, he's a bit off on his time. Show my side of the chat. I'm not being able to see the chat at the moment. We're going to stick on with Jackie Gabbana. I don't think he's going to improve. Oh, he's full barrier, yep. I think he's saying 2 out laps by the looks of it. There's 12 viewers in at the moment. If you could like the stream, please, would do us a lot of help. Gabbana, he has a very open track to himself. No chance of being interrupted by traffic this time. He's half a tenth down on the first sector. He takes a very tentative line through Toza. Just have time to come in and set another lap, so he should still finish this lap. Come down to Acqua Minerale. Is he going to take it a bit more aggressive? He takes it slightly more aggressive, loses the rear slide, but keeps the lap. That's what's important. I'm going to see his sector breakdown. He is almost 2 tenths up. And now it's the last sector. He's lost time here in his first lap, so can he gain that time back? It's 4 tenths down from P4, so he doesn't take the best line. Well, he takes a way better sector of Vatsa. This should be an improvement for Jackie. He takes a P5 and 18.5. 3/10 improvement for him. In Bartos, he's invalidated. Shano's on a lap. He's improved in the first sector. He's able to get under the 117s. He's 3.5 tenths up. Now, purple middle sector. The Williams gets out of the way. And Jado is looking to set a statement right here. So just has the Ravasas to go, and this should be pole position. Even with the other runs in, it will look very difficult to defeat Shade. 16.7, 6/10 advantage on LG Gaffo. And he got starting his lap. He has to set a lap time, and he needs to put a lap on the board. Just get ahead of 2 Magnus, who's retired. He takes a very wide view. Cambarello. Alpha Paris Shane up ahead. Hopefully he doesn't cause him any obstruction. What's me and God gonna set in the first sector? 25.8. Up the hill to Piratella. Hopefully Shane doesn't cause him any obstruction. Coming down now to Acqua Minerale. Shane gets out of the way. Very well done from Shane. Getting out of the way. Tentative through Acqua Minerale, but keeps the lap. So it's happy to just put a lap on the board. That's all me and God needs to do right now, is put a lap on the board. Just keeps it within bounds. So it's just a Ravats to go for me and God. And he'll have a lap set, and he'll be guaranteed to start at least 11th for the sprint. It's a bit of a wide line through Ravasa 2. He's going to set this lap. This might be his only lap of the session. 19.7 up to P3 as it stands. Lightning Luke, oh, he's invalidated. Joanne's invalidated. LG Mother. Has he set that lap? No, he started the lap. God's invalidated. 2 invalidations at the moment. And oh, what is Energy Mother doing there? 5-place grid penalty for Energy Mother. He's just parked it. What is he doing there? And that's Mr. McCann's qualifying done. His front wing is gone. That's really unfortunate for Mr. McCann. Nothing he could do in that situation. Energy Mother has a... And they're going wheel to wheel. This is qualifying, lads. This is qualifying. The sprint's next, lads. Okay? Anyone on a lap? Bartos is on a lap. Looks to be fairly free air in front of him. Doesn't look to be at risk. Gaffo on an out lap, but Gaffo should get out of his way if King Bartos does catch him. Just on the 410s down the first sector. He needs to prove he's just a tenth behind Jackie Gabbana. Be very difficult to challenge for the top three. Top three seem to be in a league of their own at the moment. King Bartos coming through Aqua Mineral. Is there any improvements through the second set? He's going to need those. This is his last run. He's improved slightly. He could put up himself up to P4 if he gets another half attempt through this last sector. There's only 4 turns in this last sector, but they are very difficult, so you can definitely improve your time significantly through this last sector. It's a bit tentative off the first Ravazza, wider line off the second Ravazza. The DRS and the straight to go, and he does improve to P4. Gaffo is on that. He needs 6 tenths to challenge for Shane's pole. Shane hasn't even come out again. He thinks he has the job done. Gaffo's up to stop it. Also Jono. Jono's down by a tenth at the moment. He can challenge Gaffo. We're going to stick up with Gaffo at the moment. He's 2 tenths up on the first sector. Can Gaffo pull out a lap to take pole from Shane? He needs another 4 tenths to try and do that. He's going to try everything to set that lap to get pole. Goes through Ackerman. Can he keep on track? Somehow keeps his lap valid, but he's lost time. He needs 5 tenths. What about Jono? Jono's invalidated. It's Gaffo guaranteed second at least. But can he take pole from Shano? Will it be the Alfa Romeo or the Ferrari? Oh no, but wait, never mind. He's invalidated. I just noticed that. And that's it for qualifying. Shano 16.7. 6 tenths ahead of the rest. What a lap to set pole position for the sprint. He has got pole for the race. He needs to win the sprint first. We just need to wait for Gaffo to get in the pit to end this session. But the top 3 league of their own, almost a second, separating P3 to P2. Right, so to run down the grid, there's 2 5. Oh, Mr. McCann also got a 5-place grid penalty, but Shano takes pole in the AlphaTauri. Gaffo joins him on the front row. It's Joanna for the Alpine P3, King Bartos Haas P4, Jackie P5, Random Kitty P6, Energy Mother 7 with a 5-place grid penalty. Lightning Luke will be P7 instead. Mr. McCann also has a 5-place grid penalty, so he'll drop down the order. Energy Mother and LG Gaff and Mr. McCann will start at the back. Me and God, Big Gay, and 2 Magnus was unable to set a lap. He retired in the pits. So, any predictions for the sprint? Not the race, the sprint. I'm just gonna move my laptop a bit. We have 10 in the stream at the moment, 12 now. So if you could like the stream, it would do us a lot of favors. But the sprint now coming up to set the actual grid. So, Shano may have set an incredible lap there. But if he DNFs the first lap, he'll be starting last. That lap will be all for nothing. As also, another interesting thing is what tires are people going to choose? There's the mediums, there's the hard. Will someone be bold and take the softs? I believe the sprint is 11 laps long. Those softs will be struggling again. But at the start, if you get the start right, you could put a gap between you and the cars behind. It could pay off. Will someone be bold and go for the softs, or will everyone take the conservative option? We'll see now. As we have the formation lap, Shano will take us for one lap around the Imola circuit. As what tires have they chosen? Joanne's gone for the softs. P3 has gone for the softs. Everyone else is on mediums. I wouldn't have expected anyone to have taken the hards. But Joanne's taking a gamble. He wants to start the race from pole position. As I think King Bartels and won the Lightning Luke. P4 and P8 have hit on the formation lap. How has that happened? I assume there's Jackie. But no, with Lightning Luke have hit on the formation lap. It's very interesting. This car is going to be very cold, which is going to work out more for Joanne. I'm getting his name horribly wrong. Joanne, I'm hoping I'm getting this right. But Joanne, it's going to help him because he won't. King Bartels definitely won't be challenging with cold tires, so he'll just have the two in front of him. Right, but this track is very tight at the same time, and there is a kink at the start, so it's going to be very difficult to get the car positioning. But Joanne is looking to pull a Max Verstappen in Imola last year in 2021, go from P3 to P1 in the first turn. This is a bit of a gap, I believe. It gets a bit behind the rest. And up the tires. Too much of a risk. As Brandon Kitty Cat's got ahead of Jackie Havana. It won't matter too much, but now all they have to do is park her on the grid slots. So they're now coming up to the grid. New feature in F1. First time you've seen a CTR. It's the first time we have the formation lap back, where the drivers have to manually park the car. And if you get it wrong, you get pushed back. But if you get it right, it could definitely do you a favor. As where is Shane going to park it? He gets it right. Gaffel gets it right. Jono's pointed his car in between the two. This could be a very interesting start as we're just waiting for two Magnus. They gets got it wrong. Let's wait for 5 lights with a backwards camera for some reason. They're out and away we go. Let's try and change the camera angle. I don't know why we have this camera angle, but Joanne's not got the start he wanted. He wanted to start, but Shano keeps the lead for Belgian Apple. Joanne's gone onto the gravel, but he maintains the P3, but that's definitely not what he wanted. There's already a gap. There's a 1.6 second gap, and someone's got around. It's me and God and King Bartanos. They both got around. The safety car is out. 5-second penalty for King Bartanos. This has not gone his way at all, and he's lost his front wing. The safety car is out. Horrible start for Joanne, but he's going to get a second go at it with the safety car. Let's just see what movements do we have on positions. So Mr. McCann and 2 Magnus, the big Ignis, King Bartels, the big loser. Randy Cake had dropped a position. And me and God and King Bartels, of course, dropping due to their collision. Gonna need a better angle of that because, yeah, King Bartels, I'm guessing King Bartels must have spun and collected me and God with him. 5-second penalty for King Barnes, but it's going to be irrelevant because he's pinning anyway with the front wing. I doubt anyone's going to be pinning up unless with damage. Big kid, I mean, God, swapping positions. Me God's gone into the pit. He must have got damage also. Yep, front wing change, so he got damage also. King Bart knows he's going to service 5 seconds. This helps Joanne with his tire preservation also. He'll have to put less strain on those softs. Get a horrible start, unfortunately. Then I'll maintain the lead from Gaffo. Safety car, though, will bring it all back to square one, essentially. Burnt my line there, take us around the trip of, hold on, around the PK, Mr. McCann swapping positions. Yeah, nothing in that seems. But yeah, we got Burnt Mylander giving us a couple laps around the Imola circuit, the Autodromo Enzo e Ferrari, as it's officially called, I believe. There might be another word or two there. So you have to wait for me and God and King Bartnos to catch up the pack, but hopefully he'll come in at the end of lap 3, and hopefully that'll be the end of Burnt Mylander in the sprint race. As we want to see some racing in the sprint. Me and God King Barnes have 1 lap fresher tires also, so maybe that can play advantage somehow. That 1 lap might be key. But there should not be a risk of tire wear for the medium runners. It's Joanne's King. Okay, around the kitty car, Mr. McCann once again swapping places behind the safety car. I was thinking, I was thinking for a second, could King Barnos have come in for softs maybe? If you put on softs now, you're only doing 7-8 racing laps, you could definitely do those as softs. You know, him and me and God chosen to stay with the mediums. Gap. Mr. McCann keeps dropping positions. I wonder what that's over. He's gone from P6 to P8, I believe. Well, now that's happened. Has he gone off the track, maybe? Very interesting. I don't see a penalty popping up for Random Kitty or Lightning Luke, so I assume those were deemed legal position changes. But hopefully Burnt Mylander's going to be coming in this lap and we get back to racing. And hopefully we get a better camera angle this time as Big gets spawn under the safety car. Safety car is in this lap. Big needs to catch up. He does look to have damage, so he just a spin off Aqua mid a rally. He needs to catch up though quickly. As we go on board Shano, how is he going to do this restart? Is he going to hold them back or is he going to go early? He seems to be wanting to get it going. There's a bit of a gap between the top 3 per remnant of qualifying. Shano's now slowing it down a bit. When is he going to go? Is he going to catch Gaffo? He's going to be going to line. He's gone now, but Gaffo's caught him. Is Gaffo going to be looking for a move into turn 1? He's burning the ERS. He's going to go rally outside. Nope. Shano keeps saying he's going to go out the inside. Gaffo cuts the curb. They make contact. Gaffo's lost a couple positions. He's lost 3 positions. He's fighting with Jackie Cabana now. Jackie Cabana spotted actually. He has a 5-second penalty, Jackie Cabana. But now Shano is defending from the soft runner of Jono. As Mr. McCann has spun also. Oh, he needs to be careful getting back on, and oh, I saw that coming a mile away. Oh, that's unfortunate, but back on to the leaders. Jono, 7/10, 9/10 behind DRS in 2 laps. Gaffel much closer. Are the socks beginning to wear already? I would have been expecting Joanne to be up Shano's rear now. Let's see, back it down. Lightning Luke and Energy Mother going wheel to wheel. And Luke gets the position on Energy Mother for P4. But yeah, Joanne is dropping back. He's already out of a second. Gaffel not going to go for the move this time. He's going to wait for the ERS. Energy Mother, is he going to be looking for a move on Lightning Luke? King Bartmel's back into the pits. Not being a good sprint for him. As Energy Mother looks at better traction than Lightning Luke. Lightning Luke's a bit wide. But this is not a position to go for a move as Mother has burned the overtake completely. Gaffel 4/10 behind Joanne. DRS will be available for next lap. We have to wait to the end of the lap because there's only 1 DRS point in this track. Gaffel gets a multi-fair run from Piratella. 2/10 down. Oh, he's gonna have to go off. That might be a warning for Gaffel. Warning should not be much of an issue in sprint, you would hope. Joanne just needs to keep within the 1 second of Shane. So it's a 2-second gap between the rest. He gets very wide in the Bravasta. 1.3 seconds now the gap. Shane sets another fastest lap at 19.5. DRS available this lap will happen at this point next lap. As I think Joanne's setting is on. Oh, King Bartels has gone off again, I believe. This is really not going his way. Big gets into the pits. Does he have damage? He does. Very unfortunate for him. Gaffo is right up the rear of Joanne. Shano looks to have gapped him. Looks to be Shano's sprint. Joanne is derating now. Gaffo just needs to keep up his rear and he'll have to DRS the start of the next lap. Joanne though gaining again. Can he get back into the DRS? Needs another 3/10. Detector point coming up just before the reverse Ravazza. Doesn't look like it, but Gaffo is definitely going to have DRS on the Alpine. Once again going wide, probably on low downforce, but Gaffo's burning the ERS. He's got the DRS now. He's going to look to make a move on the Alpine. He's going to have the inside line again, but this time will he be able to keep it on the track? Unlike at the restart with Shado, he's got the move before the chicane. Gaffo up to P2 in the sprint where he started. As Energy Mother is on the rear of Frantic Kitty Captain, is about for P5. Now let's look at the 3.5 second gap between the top 3 and P4 as Kitty Captain goes very wide. Oh, okay, that's internet. That's an internet lag if I've seen one from around the Kitty Captain. There's a train forming though between P5 and P8. The lower points position is 2 magnets gets a 3-second penalty. That is gonna hurt him. He's gonna drop behind me and God. King Bardo sets the fastest lap. No point for fastest lap in this race, unfortunately for him. As actually Gaffo has caught up to Shane. And Joanne is still within the DRS. 4 laps to go when this one ends. As Gaffo going to have to go with Shane. What's the DRS issue? Oh, Shane is going to be derating. Gaffo saved his DRS. And can Gaffo do what he was unable to do at the safety car restart? He breezes by the Alfa Romeo. Gaffo up 2 positions in 2 laps. Gaffo leads the sprint Shano's going to be fighting back though. He's still burning the ERS. He's almost at 0. Oh, they're going to be very close. At Villeneuve. Oh, that was very close. Kid had to brake really early to avoid rear-ending the Ferrari. But now Shano's not saving the ERS. Gaffo needs to try and gap the Alfa Romeo by a second to get out of the ERS, and that looks to be an easy job. He's going to have that done now. No mistakes, and he should be free of DRS threat. Shano's dropped a lot there. He must have made a mistake through Alfa Minerali as Joanne is up his rear. And got it to Magnus. That was made. But now battle for P2, the battle of no ERS whatsoever. Energy Mother has a penalty. Two Magnus I think has another 3-second penalty, bringing him to 6. But now Joanne's gonna have DRS on the Alfa Romeo. He looks too far back to make a move here. So he's gonna have to wait another lap, I believe. He's always going. Ooh, he thought about it. He did think about it, but we're gonna go back onto Energy Mother and around the Kitty Captain. Everyone seems to be derating here. Energy Mother's looking to go around the outside onto the gravel. Energy Mother seems to have way better traction than the McLaren. Gaffo's got a 2-second lead now on Shano. Me and got 2 Magnus going wheel to wheel through Toza. They're going to stay wheel to wheel for Peratella. I think 2 Magnus is seeing this for now. He knows he has the penalty, so it's kind of irrelevant. But me and God goes a bit wide. And 2 Magnus will be thinking about it through Acca Minerali. Me and God has a 3-second penalty now, so this is for position. 2 Magnus, he's going to make the move through the chicane, possibly. Right. This. Oh, he goes wide. Hard racing, though. Are they still wheel to wheel? They're going to be wheel to wheel. This battle for P7 being gone onto the grass. Being God goes through before the Ravatsas. 2 Magnus going to have DRS, though. And me and God makes a mistake. He goes over the curve. 2 Magnus going to have DRS and the position. This is going to be under no threat as Joanne spun. He went for the move on Shano and he's been spun around. Needs to be safe. Getting back onto the track. He's dropped down to P4. Unfortunately, P5 now. He's going to be battling around the Kitty Captain. Going to go through Wiener. Okay, he has been jumping a lot there. I need to get into sort out. They made contact, I believe. I don't know, with the derating on the internet. As Energy Mother is just putting another slap in Joanne's face. He's dropped from P3 going for P2 to P6 in the space of half a lap. His tire is probably shot now. And he has a 3-second time penalty. Just check the penalties here anyway. So 2 Magnus has 6. It's a yellow flag. Lightning Luke's gone off. He spun it off the chicane. Oh no, that's very unfortunate for him. We'll come up to the last lap out for P3 now. Random Kitty Captain, Energy Mother and Joanne. Random Kitty Captain doesn't have a penalty, so as long as he keeps it clean, he should have P3 for the race start. Very unfortunate for Lightning Luke. Look at P3 set as Energy Mother thinks about it. He goes for a brilliant dive bomb. Caught Random Kitty Captain after he thought he had the defensive move done, but Energy Mother went, nah, wait a second, I want this P3 on track. Jack Uvana 3 seconds now. Most of the grid appears to have time penalties now. So I believe that is going to be Random could fight this back as Energy Mother gets very squirrely. But we're going to go on to the main man. He started P2. He was unable to get the move at the start. Made a mistake at the restart. but he took his time as there's a few penalties there. But LG Gaffo will win the sprint in Imola and will start the race from pole. Shano, he started on pole, but unfortunately gets P2 as penalty. See what the story is. Random Kitty Captain gets P3 due to penalties. Joanne, unfortunate for him, he's P4. The softs are not working. Mother P5. Me and God P6. 2 Magnus P7. Lightning Luke, unfortunate for him, spun on the penultimate lap. He'll start PA. So we wait for Big Git, King Bartels, Jackie Gabbana, and Mr. Kent, who unfortunately had to pit during the race due to damage. Big Git will start the race from P9. King Bartels, it's a sprint to forget for him. P10 after starting P4. Jackie Gabbana, it's going to be P11. And we just wait for Mr. McCann to complete the field. No DNS, fortunately, the sprint, but a lot of contacts and spins as Mr. McCann does a little burnout to celebrate the sprint of Imola. Okay, got to get driver of the day for the sprint. So, full grid rundown. LG Gaffo wins the sprint. Shano P2. Random Kitty Captain P3. Joanne, NRG Mother, Me and God, 2 Magnus, and Lightning Luke complete the points. Big Gip P9. King Bartonos P10. Jackie Gabbana P11. And Mr. McCann will round off the grid for the Imola race. And here is not the race director, apparently. Unfortunately, we don't have the race director, so that's unfortunate. And now we just have to sit and wait, and someone's ready up already. So, does anyone know what the weather is going to be like? I still have not got word. It looks sunny, but you know, with this game, you know, it could be sunny 1 minute, and then 2 laps later, you are in a tsunami, essentially, unfortunately. Because that's how it works in the game, unfortunately. And also, predictions for the race. Will Gaffo convert his pole to a win? Will Shano get revenge? Will Mr. McCann do a last to first challenge? What is going to happen? As once again, we have to wait for Gaffo to take us around a lap of Imola. Hopefully there's no bizarre incidents on the formation lap again this time. As far as everyone on tires, everyone is on the mediums but Mr. McCann. He's starting last. He has nothing to lose. So he is going to go long. Is he going to try a hard to soft? Potentially. Very interesting. As they've all made it for this, the first 3 corners safely this time, thank God. So kind of a bit behind the pack. That seems fine. Just need to get temperatures on the tires. No bias here, but I'm predicting a random Kitty Captain and a 2 Magnus 1-2 from McLaren. Not because I'm a McLaren driver, but I think they are the best in this tier because they drive for McLaren. McLaren one of the few teams to have both drivers in, so hopefully take advantage of that. Them and Aston, so they're hoping to take advantage of having 2 drivers for the Constructors' Championship. As we're coming up to the grid now, Gaffo, how is he going to park his car? And let's hope this time we get a decent camera angle at the start instead of one facing back. Okay, in the last few wheels in to make sure there's temperature in the tires so we can get a good start as there's a bit of a gap. It gets a bit behind. But Gaffo now coming up to his grid spot. How's he gonna park this? Oh wait, it's the next one. I thought he overstarted by a mile. Gets a nice Shano. It's not. Oh, Joanne's got it wrong. Me and God. Got it wrong. You have got it wrong. Jack has got it wrong. We're waiting for Mr. McCann. We've got the same camera angle as last time. Is anyone going to give us a decent camera angle, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights are out, away we go. Shado gets a brilliant start on LG Gaffo. He retakes the lead straight away from LG Gaffo. LG Gaffo once again, it has himself a P2. As rather Kitty Cat gets a brilliant start. He's lagging a lot, oh my god. Well, he's up to P2. There's a spinner at the back, I believe. Me and God, I think, went for a bit of a spin, but he was able to collect it. Mr. McCann's got a poor start on those. Oh, Lightning Luke's gone for a spin. Unfortunate, as Mr. McCann's gone onto the grass trying to get King Bartonos. As Joanne's lost a couple of positions, he must have had a Portosa. But is not being a good start for our poster. LG Gaffo dropped from P1 to P2. Had a really poor start, but a man who did have a good start was this man in the Alfa Romeo, Shano. He reclaimed the lead. He lost. He took pole position for the sprint. He won qualifying. He was like, I deserve to lead this race from the start, and he did that with a brilliant start. And he's already gapping Random Kitty Captain, same as in the sprint. Magnus is giving pressure to LG Gaffo, a 2-4 for McLaren. Gaffo goes a bit wide onto the gravel. As we have this, you know, like the leading pack. Gaffel's looking for a move from Random Kitty Captain. He's gonna get the move done before the corner. Fortunately, is it going to be team orders at McLaren potentially? We're gonna have to wait a couple laps to see if that's going to be the case. Does Two Magnus believe he is the faster of the McLarens? Let's check the position changes from the start. Energy and Jackie Urbana, big gainers at the start. Lightning Luke, me and God, big losers at the start. Also is Joanne. But the one position change that's key is the two at the top. Shado up one, Gaffo down one. But Gaffo was already back with his competitor. They've been going at it this whole time. Gaffo looked to get pole off them in the last lap as Two Magnus goes a bit wide. Instead of Imola going to be thinking of a move potentially. No, it's a bit of a mistake. But now up to the front two. What's the ERS situation? Shano's been saving the ERS. Gaffo's been dropping a bit. He's still at 50%. Gaffo's has the fastest lap of the race. He's going to wait until DRS for the next lap by the looks of it. Not going to make a move now. He's just going to sit behind the Alfa Romeo. He knows he's the quicker car. You know, bit loose on the rear. Two Magnus has spawned. Hoping no one collects them as he rejoins the track. Very unfortunate for him as he is losing it a lot. Oh, Lightning Luke's gone into the rear of him as Two Magnus was losing it on throttle. What's up, Gap? Jackie Gabbana's gone off, I believe. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, there's a train as Jackie Gabbana rejoins the track. He must have lost it. Oh, there's a massive train here. Jesus, from P4 down to P9, there's a massive train. Good luck, Big Gig, in the next lap. So I don't think we'll be focusing on that. We'll be focusing on this DRS action. LG Gaffo half a second behind Shano, 96. As Two Magnus spins again, I believe. Very unlucky for him. As King Bartolus has gone off, we'll be able to watch that. We have to focus on the battle for the lead. Shano's not dumping the Barry. He thinks he's safe. Okay, Gaffo, he's going to look for a move here. No, he's thinking better of it. He's thinking of waiting. He knows he has a while. He has a long time to get it. But me and God makes the move on Big Git. Joanne and me and Mother Lightning Luke into the pit after that contact. Oh, me and God spun it. He's gone into the wall. My God, he's proper lost. He was in the wall. Does he have damage? No, it's just before. He proper lost it there. Damn, unfortunate. But Gaffo's now 3/10 behind. Oh, Being God's gone off again, I think. Oh, that's unfortunate. For LG Gaffo, it's going to be a repeat of last lap. But is he going to go for the move this time? He's playing the long game. Being God's tires are very warm after that spin. He needs to take it slow for a bit, cool down the tires. The RS situation slightly favoring Shano, but Gaffo can definitely afford to dump his Barry. He's going to have DRS. He's much closer this time. 3/10. He's not dumping the Barry, neither is Shano, but he's way quicker on the straight. Gaffo. Oof! Gaffo goes onto the grass, making he's now dumping the DRS. Shano's gonna go wheel to wheel, keeps the position, kicking the outside line, which became the inside. Shano keeps the position. This is brilliant racing from the front two in a league of their own, as it seems. Right now, this is a 4-second gap. As Gaffo made a mistake, I believe. He's lost a lot of time. Must have lost it off Villeneuve. As the Aston Martin swapped places, wasn't? Oh, Jackie Cabana went for a move into toes that didn't pay off. No spins, it's unfortunately. Few Magnus 5-second penalty for spin in the pit lane. Scaffold's proper loss, but Shano's gone off Akram and O'Reilly. Can Gaffo get back into the DRS? It's going to be close. 2/10 between them. He's just outside it. Is he going to dump the barrel again, DRS? No. He's not going to have DRS this lap, unfortunately. Oh, no, I think he got into the second just after the detection point. Really unfortunate. As we're going to be seeing the two Aston Martins go at it. The team orders at Aston Martin. A big give win in the ground. That's going to help. Actually, Jack Cabana's going to make the move. And Big gets lost. He's going to the wall. He is the luckiest man ever. My God. He is the luckiest man that's ever run off there. My God. He is doing this race because of that. Because if he smashed into the wall, he would be out. My God. He's still going to have something for front wing damage. But how is he still in this race? Big hit. I do not know. As a lap car may come into the situation and give Shano DRS as Gaffo's back into it. Or his two man is going out of the way. There's blue flags being waved. As Lightning Luke has lost it. What's he done? Oh, he's spun on the last corner. Nope, two Magnus going to get out of the way. He's going to get out of the way of both of them. He does. Fair play to him. Not affecting in this at all. Gaff's going to be in DRS. Going to be very close. He's losing it through this, but he is just in it. Just in the 1 second mark. And he's going to have... He doesn't. He was out of it. It says 0.984 on the screen. I'm guessing that is wrong. As now it's a bit of a field spread, so no balance at the moment, unfortunately, for this lap. We're just going to have to wait till the next lap to see these two go at it again. If there's a spinner, no, it's Lightning Luke. Again, out of the way of everyone else on the blue flags. Really unfortunate for Lightning Luke. That's his race pretty much run and done. They get into the pit to change that front wing. There's a few penalties. Let's check on the penalties. So it's actually gonna wait. But Gaffo is way closer than he's been before. He has the advantage on the battery. So it's just gonna be after that he goes very wide off the chicane. Probably got a warning for that. Has to be careful because this could be really close. A 3-second penalty could be the difference. Under half a second between them. This Gaffo gonna dump the battery to get you off a couple times through the last two corners. No, he's gonna wait another lap. Shane not dumping the battery. There's going to be another lap. We have to wait for them to make moves on each other again. He has a half look, but he thinks way better of it. But he gets a way better run off Tamburello. He's not going to be picking an interview on that shortly, right? No, he doesn't. Oh, Gashino did not get a good run on Villeneuve. Gaff had to pull off the throttle to avoid rear-ending the Alfa Romeo. But he's way closer. Shano is feeling the pressure right now. The tires might be getting a bit sore. They're going to have same tire wear. Mr. Khan should be on the best tires at the moment out of the those who haven't pitted yet. But Gaff will be making a move. Shano cuts him off before the chicane. Gaff should wait for the DRS though. He's probably going to do that. As Shano keeps getting better runs off this. So Gaff is going to take a bit of DRS off to get much closer to Shano. There's a wide line. Gaffo is right up the rear. This should be the moment. Gaffo takes the lead of the Imola Grand Prix. He has the DRS open. He's going to take the inside line and he's made the move already. Just showing the superior speed in that Ferrari compared to the Alfa Romeo. LG Gaffo reclaims the lead of the Imola Grand Prix. And is he going to pull out of the second, or is this going to be a repeat battle? Lightning Luke gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he's retired. He's had enough. He's been lapped. Really unlucky for Lightning Luke. With 2 laps to go in the sprint, look to be starting P3, and now he's the first to DNF from the race. Shano needs to make sure he's still in that DRS. He's losing time. He's gone a bit shaky through Ackerman already. It's going to be really close with the DRS. He does not want to give Gaffo a chance. He's going to burn a bit of the DRS to keep him the second, but it doesn't look to be the case as Brandon Kitty Cat's made a mistake, I believe. That there's definitely been an accident. To Magnus. There's been an accident, and that's with a lapped car, I believe. They were all slow through there. So did not have the DRS, unfortunately, and he's now below the 20%. So it's going to be very difficult for Shano to reclaim this lead unless Gaffo makes a mistake. He's burning the DRS, keeping a second. No one's came to the pit from that. It's definitely something. There was cars off the road going slow. Something happened there. This involved 2 Magnus, the lap car, possibly trying to get out of the way at an awkward position. But Shano's out of the 1 second. He's burning his ERS, try and get back within a second of his challenge. He's back within a second, but can he keep within that second by the time they reach Ravatas, where the detection point is? Going to be no. I don't think it's going to be. There's this yellow flag sector 2. It's the McLaren of 2 Magnus, the lap McLaren. Has Shano got the DRS though? It appears so, but I said that before. For Gafford it wasn't the case, but it is the case this time. Shano has the DRS. He's going to gain on. He's dumping the battery. He is derating definitely now. As yeah, there's the flashing light to indicate that Shano is low on battery. He's 4 seconds behind Gaffo. Gaffo's on 60%, and Shano is using whatever he gets from braking. Gaffo is keeping this simple, while Shano is having to use every resource he has to maintain his position in this fight. This pit stop coming up soon. There's a spinner. Actually, me and God getting out of the way. It's very difficult to follow the cars with lap cars, unfortunately. I think he actually did spin. Actually, he's been yellow for a while. Jado, he's out of the second now. He needs to get back in it. He's getting a bit of time there, but he's lost it straight away. A bit too hot there. Pay attention to Jackie Cabana and Joanne battle for P4 Mr. Can 3-second time penalty. Look at your situation here. They're both very low. And Jackie's gonna have the DRS on Joanne, and he gets a much better run. He's gonna be looking to make the move. He's already pulled out. So gonna get the slipstream. It's gonna be wheel to wheel between the Alpine and the Red Bull, as Jackie looks to have this move completed before the chicane. So he's derailing now, and Joanne's not derailing. So Joanne's gonna look to make the move again, as there's 2 seconds between Shano and Gaffo. Shano is losing track. May go get the 5-second penalty. Pit stops for the mean runs going to be coming soon, you'd think, and me and God retires from the session. So right now, if you finish, you score. So you shouldn't retire in the pit now, is what I'm saying. Shado 3 seconds, that is a nail in the coffin, as it would seem right now, for his chances of winning this race. Joanne's dropped. Drops that. I think you know. Joanne's gonna have DRS next year, I believe, unless Joanne just got it. Don't believe he has. So yeah, no battling at the moment. Could be about the P3 coming up very, very soon. Freeway about the P3. This is kind of very close. As Energy Mode's the first to properly picked. It means, and he's got 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Really unfortunate. Shano's proper dropped off. He's now free. His tires are probably shot. He's been really aggressive on his tires, so it looks of it. King Bartnell's into the pits also. Jackie Cabana looking to get into a second of random kitty catch. Let's go check on the penalties. So Shano 3 seconds, Jackie 3 seconds, Mr. McCann 3 seconds, Mother and 2 Magnus 8 seconds. They can serve 5 seconds in the pit lane though. Will Jackie Cabana get within a second of random kitty captain? Yeah, is anyone going to pull, of these 3 going to pull an undercut attempt or an overcut attempt also with the cold tires? We think Shano's pitted. Shano's pitting. Is he going to try an aggressive undercut on Gaffo? 2 Magnus 3-second time penalty again. Where is Shano going to come out though? Is he going to be behind? I'm going to have to get on board with this. Is he going to be behind Mr. McCann? That would be very bad if he is, and he is. He is behind Mr. McCann. Significantly behind though, actually, so it might not affect him too much. I think again the pit lane is really long. The pit exit is really long here. Let's see. Oh, Shano looks to be struggling with the cold tires. Takes a bow lap to get him up to temperature. So Gaffo can pit now, and he will probably increase his laps significantly. Big 3-second time penalty. Gaffo runs wide again, so that's probably another warning. But is Gaffo going to react to Shano? Will Gaffo come in this lap? No, he stays out for another. He knows he can play along. He knows he has the gap. No battling, unfortunately, at the moment. As Gaffle laps Big Git, I believe that is. Random Kitty Cat's in the pits. Joanne's in the pits. Oh, he's gone in really hot. The three of them are in the pits. Joanne went in really hot. She's got 5 seconds for that. Really bad in his battle here. All three of them went in the same time. None of them tried to go different. Really confusing. Mr. Khan moves up to P2. So a safety car. How long is he going to go on those hards? Is the question. Gaffo should be able to pin, stay in front of him. But how long is Mr. McCann going to stay out? Is he going to stay out and wait for a safety car potentially? I don't know what his tire wear is. So just hope that actually that's another point. Is anyone underfueled? King Bartnell's on the field. There's to be no safety car yet. King Bartnell's. Hope everyone seems to be within fuel at the moment. But Joanne is in DRS. They're warming up their tires is what's happening. All three of them were warming up their tires going up the hill. Getting the temperatures in there. Battle for net P3, P4 at the moment because we don't know with Mr. McCann what's going to happen. Gaffo's still staying out. He's really confident on his tires. He doesn't want to do the same thing he did in Australia though and get a puncture by going too long. He says it's still warm with the tires. Jack Cabana's actually right up around the kitty captain. He's got the tires warmed up, I think. If he's going aggressive, he's going to have DRS. Net P3 this is going to be for. Bring the DRS. He's around the kitty captain jumping a lot. Who's going to be leading? Jackie Cabana is going to be leading. He's net P3, P4 on the track. But when Mr. McCann pits, he should be up into the podium. Kitty cat. Joanne's dropped off a bit. He has that 5-second also from speeding in the pit lane. Almost rear-ending Jackie Cabana also. So. Gaffel pitting this lap. Nope, he's staying out for a 16th lap. He's on half the race on these mediums. He's really confident in his speed and his tire condition. He should be. He's driven brilliantly. As this yellow flag, Jackie Cabana has gone round at Aqua Minerale. Oh, it's really unfortunate. It's really easy to lose it there. There might have been contact also. I don't know. Goes around the kitty cat. Oh, and he's got 3 seconds. It's a really horrid few seconds for Jackie Cabana. But now Joanne's got DRS, yellow flag. King Bartels has lost it, but we're stick on to this battle right now. Okay, they're not burning it. Joanne's going to look for the outside line into turn 1. And he makes the move all around the kitty captain, but he has that penalty to serve if he pits again. Grand kitty captain, clean slate. 3 drivers at the moment with a clean slate. That's LG Gaffo, Grand Kitty, and King Bartels with clean slates. That could come into their favors should they not get lapped. But Gaffo's in now. So has to keep it slow. He knows he has the gap. He's going to clear Mr. McCann surely. Gonna go on, Mr. McCann. See, will he clear? I highly doubt a 30-second gap they had. Shano's almost onto the back of the Mercedes, gaining on him, but he won't be gaining on Gaffo. I believe Gaffo probably going to have a net gain within this pit. Gap was coming out, and what is the gap going to be? It was about 3.5 seconds, and looks to be way more. It's significantly more. It's over 6 seconds between him and Shano, but he has to get the tires warmed up though. So how close will Mr. McCann get to him? That's the question now. Can's going to be significantly faster as Gaffel's warming up his tires. 2.8 now, 2.7, 25, 0.4. I doubt he's going to get in within DRS. Next battle we're probably going to have is going to be between Shano and Mr. McCann. McCann yet to pit. He's done really well. Back of the grid, Shano goes off at Acca Minerali. That's going to cost him a bit. What does it? He's in the DRS. He's in DRS, and now the gap is 2.8 between Gaffel and Mr. McCann. If Shano clears him quickly, he can be closer to Gaffel than he was in the pit stop, and Mr. McCann is derating. He's going to the pits actually. He's had enough of those hards. So what is the gap at this end of the straight? Once the DRS is gone, let's see what the gap is. And that'll be a true picture of this race. 2.5. He's getting about a second, Shano. And he's already lost 4 tenths today. Where's Mr. McCann going to come out though? And he's going to have faster tires, and these tires should definitely go to the end. He's going to be close to him and Mother. Well, I should clear him, but Mr. McCann, P7, he is now on the chase. How high up the field can Mr. McCann get on these mediums? Gaffel 3 seconds. They're even on penalties now. But he's gaining on Shano. The safety car comes out. Random Kitty Cat is in a brilliant position. Himself and King Bartonos. And Kitty Cat is going to be P3 as it stands. This is the full penalty breakdown. I know a few pit speeding infringement. Joanne's only penalty is that pit speeding infringement. 3 for Gaffel, 3 for Shano, 6 for Jackie, 11 Mother. Mr. McCann is free. King Bartonos has a clean slate. Big Giz on 3, and 2 Magnus is on 11. So track limits becoming a factor in this race, definitely. There's no clear battle. Gaffel is gaining time once again. The Kit Kat's job at the moment is just to maintain that 5-second gap to Joanne, and he will be on the podium for McLaren. All everyone really has to do at the moment is finish, and they will score. Like, Team Magnus, despite being lapped down, he is going to score. And he's been lapped by everyone up to Mr. McCann. So all he has to do is just keep it clean. And LG Gaffel looks to be saying the fast lap of the race. He's almost 6 tenths up at the moment. Will this be a fastest lap of the race from LG Gaffel? Let's see right now. And it is the fast lap of the race, 18.850. Jackie Urbana is trying to gain around the Kitty Cat. 1.5 seconds of the gap. Random Kitty Cat's almost out the no, it's 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds for Joanne. 5 seconds for Joanne, so he's still P3 at the moment. Is a Random Kitty Captain. Oh, Jackie slides a bit off. Really unfortunate there's no racing at the moment. So really good racing early on, but everyone seems to have settled into their position as it stands. Safety car would spice things up a bit, but Big Git's definitely the closest to having a safety car. He was very lucky there was a stewards post there, and the wall was a bit later than it would have been earlier. So 1.4 seconds the gap between Random Kitty Captain and Jackie Gabbana. Jackie Gabbana has 6 seconds worth of penalties though. But Randy Kitty Cat is definitely dropping off from Joanne. See, I forgot to turn on the tire light. Let's check the position change. Who's gained the most? Jackie Gabbana at the moment has gained 6 positions. Mr. McCann has gained 5. The top 2 remain the same. Biggest active loser at the moment is 2 Magnus. He's not had a really good race, has he? As Jackie Gabbana is probably going to have DRS next lap. Brandon K-Cat just keeps dropping off from Joanna. Joanna just needs to keep the clean and he will have P3 because Jackie Gabbana has 1 second gain, 1 second extra worth of penalty to Joanne. So Jackie Gabbana would have to pass Joanne to them. Jackie's burning the ERS. Get within the 1 second. Brandon K-Cat has a bit of barrier left. He can afford to stop it once. What Jackie is dumping his entire barrier to get within the second. Will he be within the 1 second? Doesn't appear to be this lap. Now you'll have to wait 1 more lap to get DRS. It's 7/10 now. He's getting much closer. They're both on the same tire life, and the Kitty Cat is probably just not liking these hards as he's now out of the 5 seconds. So Joanne at the moment will keep his podium. 7.5 seconds between the top 2. Really unfortunate. It was a really good battle early on, but Gaffo is just showing his class. 6/10 between Jackie Gabbana and Randy Kitty Cat. Randy Kitty Cat is actually burning his ERS now. I wouldn't do that. I would wait until the straight when you're in battle. You need to really save your ERS now while preparing for battle. He's back in the 5 seconds. Is he thinking more about the 5 seconds Joanne has? 3 seconds for 2 Magnus. That's 14 seconds worth of penalties right now for 2 Magnus. But Jackie Gabbana is right off the gearbox of the McLaren. He's definitely got DRS this lap. He's 11% Barry. Brandon P. Captain has 30% Barry. But the one thing Jackie has that Brandon Kitty Cat doesn't is ERS, and he's right behind the McLaren. He's moved out. There's some damage on that McLaren by the looks of it. He's had a few squares. That might explain the slow pace. But Jackie Gabbana's move Jackie Gabbana is up to P4. Oh, but Jackie Gabbana's gone very squarely through the exit. And Brandon Kitty Cat had a half look to reclaim P4 on track. He still is P4. Jackie Gabbana has 6 seconds worth of penalties. We come to the closing stages of this race. We're in the last quarter of this race, and this seems to be the battle at the moment for track position. As long as the Kitty Cat keeps it clean and maintains within 6 seconds, he's lagging a lot as Jackie Gabbana spins it. Oh no! Oh, that is really unfortunate. After making the move, he spins it off after Minerali as many have done before him. And he is now over 6 seconds behind Energy Mother, 3 seconds again. Oh, really unfortunate. He's going to come into the pits potentially. Nope, he's staying out. But Randy Kitty Cat once again has P4, but he needs to gain on Joanne. Can appears to be gaining a bit on Energy Mother. Let's look at the penalties again, try to figure out who is exactly where. So Energy Mother has 14 seconds of penalties. He'll drop behind Mr. McCann. Joanne will maintain his P3 at the moment. And yeah, I think that's the only change on position with penalties as it stands. Energy Mother will drop behind Mr. McCann. Lap 25 of this Imola Grand Prix. 10 runners still maintain. Everyone will be scoring as long as they make it to lap 29, I believe, is when you get classified here. It could be lap 30, but just try and finish, lads. That's the only advice I give you. I doubt you hear me, but my only advice I give you is just finish. Should not be a risk of tile. Whereas for most of the drivers, maybe Big Get and 2 Magnets will have to pit again. But they can get past the lap point because, you know, they're scoring the points as Gaffo's coming up to lap the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin has not gone out of the way. That would have been a really good spot for the Aston Martin to get out of the way. He gets out of the way now. Here's a clean. Cedes the position. Well, he gives up the... LG Gaffo has lapped Big Get. Yeah, that made it much easier. This guy really is gaining on NRG Mother. He's dumped the Barry though, and this one does not have much himself either. Is anyone at risk of... Is anyone at risk of running out of fuel by any chance? Gaffo looks clean. Shane looks good. Joanne should be good. That should be good for Random Kitty. Jackie Bandit's 0.5 a lap remaining, he should be fine. That should be fine, should be fine. King Bartnos, he's underfueled, he needs a safety car. He should be fine though, because he is the last man on the leading lap, so this shouldn't affect him running out of fuel. Big Get's coming for the softs, going for a fastest lap attempt. It's an extra point, so may as well go for it. He's not losing out going into the pits. If he's to hope he doesn't get caught by lap cars when he goes for this fastest lap attempt. Because it really goes with Jackie Gabbana. He'll need to get out of the way of Jackie Gabbana as Big Get. He'll have cold tires. He's going to hold up Jackie Gabbana a lot. He gets out of the way now. Which he doesn't. He does now, okay? Possibly cost Jackie a bit there. More for the Mr. McCann's dropped off again from Energy Mother. He knows he's got that position anyway, so he's probably not going to risk it. Playing the smart game back to the grid to P6 will be a very good return for the Mercedes driver. Unfortunately, yeah, no real action going to be happening by the looks of it unless it's a really late safety car. But apart from that massive off from Big Kid, has not been looking like a safety car at all. You know, let's go on board for Big Kid as he attempts to pass the lap. He's a full Barry. He's been prepping for this. Let's watch him attempt the fast lap. I believe it's an 18.8. It's an 18.8. So here we go. We're on board with Big Git going for a fastest lap attempt of the Imola Grand Prix. Oh, and Jackie spun again. Is he into the wall? No. Is that going to be a safety car? No, I'm just making it. Oh, Jackie Bad is going to be overtaken now. Oh, it's really unfortunate for Jackie Gabbana. And it's going to put this McCann P5 now with the pens, I believe. Oh, this ruined us watching Big Get's fast lap attempt. There we go, back on with him. He's 7/10 up to the first sector. What is his fastest lap at the moment? It's a 1:21.4. He might get it. Let's see. 1.5 seconds off for the second sector. Is this going to be the fastest lap of the race from Big Get? It will earn him an extra point unless someone else gets it. Here he comes out, just the Ravazza to go. He goes a bit wide. It's a much cleaner run from Ravazza too. Foot to the floor. ERS is open, not DRS. This is qualifying. No, 19.4. No, he, you know, good job. He went for it. He went for it. You have to respect him. He has another chance anyway. He still has a gap to Magnus. pit again. But here we go, Jackie Cabana fighting NRG Mother. They'll have the position A with penalties. He's gonna take the outside line. Oh, and NRG Mother clips him. It's off. Jackie Cabana, another 3-second time penalty. NRG will look to... Actually, Jackie might get that removed because it might have been... He might have got that from NRG Mother clipping him. He might get that 3-second remove. Is that going to be big? At the moment, no, but he could gap Mr. McCann to over 3. So Jackie might get that removed depending on how exactly he got that. So going up to 3 laps to go. Gap was on a league of its own, 13.4 between him and Shano. Gaffo waited for his moment to take the lead after losing it at the start, and he's not looked back since. He's probably not even looked at the rear view mirror. He probably passed Shano and went, right, I'll see you on the podium, mate. It'll be a deserving win for LG Gaffo. This Imola Grand Prix. Someone else to go for a fastest lap. Come on, there's a few views of gaps. Big Bartels, lap. Big Gift to go fastest lap. 2 Magnets to go fastest lap. Come on, lads. Give me something to commentate on at the end. Yes, 2 Magnets! Go on, son. He's going to be double lap now. Because LG Apple is going to lap him again. But he's going for the fast lap. He will get 2 points. He will have the same points as Big Git. He suffered a 5-second also. What a champ. His car's been through the wars. Do it for McLaren, lads. Come on. Do it for McLaren. Is anyone else going to go for it? Oh, I hope someone else goes for it. I don't think they have a chance. This will be the last chance. I think someone will have to pit for the fastest lap. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, two potentially could do it. I think Team Barcelona can't now because he'll be last. And Gap will be on the last lap. Mr. Can, he just needs to keep that as there's a yellow. So Magnus, he's just letting his teammate through. I don't think the captain. Hold on. Before we check the penalties, see what the positions are going to be. Yeah, the only change by the looks of it is going to be Mr. Buchanan will be P5 instead of Jack Cabana. Great back of the grid to P5 for him. Yellow flag. I think the Astons lapping each other. It hurts when you take laps, yeah, it does. King Bartnos, 5-second penalty, speed in the pit lane. Oh, and he's not going to get to do that lap, I think. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. He won't get to do that lap because he's been lapped by Gaffo, who's on the last lap. He should have pitted the previous lap. Tumek is proper preparing for this lap. We're on the last lap of this Grand Prix. King Bartels not going to have a chance. Oh yeah, this is the star's lap. Just going to go on with LG Gaffo. He qualified P2. He waited his time in the pole for the real race. He had a poor stop, dropped down to P4 briefly, but he made moves. He waited behind Shane for a few laps and he made his move and he didn't look back at the wire lad pitting for softs when the race is ending, lads. I don't know, but he's coming down to the final 2 corners. Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2. LG Gaffo just has to go through the straight and LG Gaffo converts pole to win the Imola Grand Prix. He's going to do a burnout to win in style. Let's go on board with 2 Magnus. He has a purple middle sector. Is he going to take the fastest lap on the last lap from LG Gaffo? Who's going to have fastest lap? Will it be P1 or will it be the last classified finisher? LG Gaffo is hoping to get 26 points, but will it be two Magnus to get the fastest lap of the race? He comes to the line, he gets the fastest lap of the race, and that'll be 2 points for him. Jackie Gabbana, he's actually got the gap to Mr. McCann. He'll keep P5. Great last couple laps from Jackie Gabbana to keep P5. Mr. McCann will be P6 from last on the grid. NRG Mother. But when our NRG Mother, the two Astons, Big Get's going to cross the line first to take P9 for Aston Martin. And we just wait on NRG Mother to come along and finish the race, finish the Imola Grand Prix for Tier 2 in CTCR. Is he going to do any cool tricks for us? Come on. Do a spin for us. Do a spin for us, NRG Mother. He does, he just crosses the line. He'll take his P7. And that is that for Tier 2 Imola. Here he comes now, the race winner for Ferrari. He wins on Ferrari soil. The Tifosi very happy with this result. We'll be hearing the Italian national anthem blare out for their winner. I need to accept some friend requests and bring to the part. Actually, I'll do this after I classify the results. Sorry about that. That was after I classified the results. So we don't want to see the race weekend. We want to see the result of the race. So LG Gaffo wins the Imola Grand Prix for Tier 2. Shano takes P2. Joanne takes a P3 for Alpine. Random Kitty Captain. The only driver not to have a penalty, that should be mentioned. That is impressive. Joanne didn't have track limits either, but he had a speed in the pit lane penalty. Jackie Gabbana P5, Mr. McCann last to 6, NRG Mother 7th, King Bartonos P8, Big Git P9, 2 Magnus P10, but most importantly, he got the fastest lap. He has the same points as P9. Right, so interview time, lads. Interview time. Right. Let's get this interview started. So I just need to accept a friend request from Joanne. I'm gonna first thing Max is last. What's his actual name? And is that Gaffo who started a party there? No, party does no longer exist. So I'll have to invite the lads to this party. Do I have Shano? I should have to Shano. He's my teammate in another one. Right, so just inviting the lads there and we'll get this interview started. Joanne, Gaffo, and I should definitely have Shano. Shano, do I have you? Are you there? I've invited them, and I'll just need to get Shano. What Shano's that? Welcome in, lads. Just need to get Shano in. Shano can't join. Okay. Grand, no bars. Yeah. Oh, is that how you pronounce that? I've been saying Joanne the whole time. Jesus. All right. So, I'll start. Grand. So I'll start with you, Joanne. P3. How do you feel with that result? No, yeah. Notice when you went in the pit lane, you went in very hot and almost rear-ended the Red Bull, which led to your 5 second. And random kitty captain behind you for the whole race had no penalties. Was there ever a threat that random kitty cat would maintain that 5 second and take the podium off you, or did you think you'd be able to get out that 5 seconds? Oh no, sorry, lad.
Because I don't really know the track. It's only pit lane.
Yeah.
So it was quite short, so
Yeah,
I went in
you
very
almost
fast.
took out the
tried
Red
to-
Bull. I got kind of scared there.
Yeah, yeah, me too. So yeah,
I think he
other
did
than
also.
that, I think it was. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I scared the Red Bull. It scared me as well. So yeah, but overall it's a really good track, and Gaffo and Shane is they're really quick drivers. So I wasn't expecting to catch them, but to stay in P3, it's so good.
All right, and moving on to our winner, LG Gaffo.
Hello.
Congratulations on that win. You qualified P2 for the sprint, and how did you feel about qualifying P2? Did you think you could have got Shane? Shane had an incredible lap, but we saw you were gaining on him, and then you unfortunately invalidated your final flying lap. So, did you think you could have caught Shane, or do you think Shane deserved that pole for the sprint?
No, I think Shane deserved it. His lap was, I think, 5 tenths quicker than everyone else. I was only 2 tenths up going into my least favourite sector of the track in qualifying. And obviously then I invalidated, so that just went to nothing anyway. Luckily I was told, because he was in the pit lane, we were in a party together, he told me that Johan obviously as well invalidated
Yeah, you two were
his
really
lap.
close,
so
actually.
I kind of just backed off and went into the pit lane then eventually. But generally, I love Imola as a racetrack. I don't think a qualifying lap, I'm not too strong around here, but generally my race pace around here, as shown today, was immaculate, and that's how I kind of quickly got him off the sprint, even after the poor safety car restart.
Yeah, and with the start of the main race, you started on pole, but you dropped down very quickly. Shano got you off the line, and then Randy Kitty Cat got you, and then you almost lost out to Joanne, I think it was, and you would P4 briefly.
Yeah, it was Johan, yeah.
Yeah, and like did that shake you a bit, the poor start, or did you still think I could still win this?
Not really. Obviously there was still 33 laps to go at that time. The lights went out really quickly, so it wasn't really the fact that it was like just a generally poor getaway. I just reacted slowly, and that's how Shano got me straight away, like in the first 20 meters of the straight, and then Random Kitty got me into the braking zone. I wasn't going to go for I wasn't going to try go side by side into turn one. I let him have it. He had the racing line, so I decided just to tuck him behind and waited until DRS. Luckily there was no safety car that whole race, so there was nothing really to get in my way of just breezing past him. And then Shane is, well, I knew just generally myself, Shane is renowned for his poor ERS saving, so I was kind of just keeping that there, and you could see it in the race. I was kind of just sitting behind him for a good few laps, and eventually got him. I think it was lap 6.
Yeah, as soon as you got him, it didn't. You just took off. Like, I think you won by over 17 seconds in the end. It was a comfortable win for yourself. So congratulations on that.
I feel if Shane made an immediate mistake after I overtook him, I feel like if he stayed within for that, if he stayed within DRS after that, we could have had a battle on for a few more laps. But he made an immediate mistake. Almost dropped about 2 laps, and then he got the penalty. And once he got the penalty, even though I got one soon after, he kind of just thought to himself, I need to stay on the track here and just take home this P2, which, fair play to him, he done fairly well. But myself, I love Imola, so I think I deserve all the points I got today.
And what race is next week? I haven't looked at the calendar properly.
Azerbaijan, Baku.
Azerbaijan. How are you feeling about that?
I don't know. I loved it on the old games. Azerbaijan was a favourite track, but I don't know about this new game. Maybe that it was more a controller track, because I raced on controller previously, and now I'm on the wheel, and I haven't been a fan of it. Let's just say I'm not expecting to do a first place interview next week.
Baku could easily be a case of just surviving.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think that is it for Tier 2 today. Thank you everyone for joining. I've been Rando, first time commentating, so if it was a bit off, sorry for that. But congratulations to Gaffo and Shano and Joanne for the podium, and hope you enjoyed Tier 2 Imola.